Hello and welcome to the Gamepodular Twitch channel. I am your host Hilka. Joining me as always is my co-host Scott. How are you doing today?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. There's something quite a bit different about you. New
That's
shirt?
correct. No, this is a very old shirt actually. You can sort of see that I've damaged it here because I
Okay.
put it on while still wearing my glasses and it caught on the seams. Yeah. I went to the hair salon yesterday. And I got my hair done. It's lowlights. I thought they would be highlights,
Nice.
but apparently they are lowlights. You can see, like, it's not fully red. Oh, I bumped my mic. You can see, doing this mirrored in the OBS view is really hard, actually. Like, there's still my natural hair color, and then, like, it's like 50-50, my natural hair color and red. The one joke I will make about this, I'm very happy with it. I'm like, I did this before, like, 10 years ago, and I was like, I should try it again. See if it's still, like, see if I'm still into it. And turns out I am. Which is good because it was very expensive. The one thing I will say is when I was in the actual hair salon and they had just finished doing it, I was like, their lights make my hair look a lot grayer than it actually is. Like, my hair is like fairly gray. You can't really tell now, which is, for the record, not why I did it. But it's still fairly gray and it looks pretty nice with the red, but their lights making it look a lot grayer than it actually is made me look like Shadow the Hedgehog. And I'm like kind of okay with that, but because, you know, it's Shadow the Hedgehog. He's a cool dude with cool shoes and gun. But yeah, I look more like a normal human being today, which is good.
Yeah,
Hell
nice.
yeah. So that was the surprise I was going to show off. I look different now. So let's get into the shilling before we get into the game. If you like the kinds of things that we do, and if you want to support us getting our hair dyed more often, I suppose, you go to patreon.com/Gamepodular. Don't donate to the Patreon for that. Do it because you like the show, please. Or you can go to Ko-fi.com/Gamepodular. You can listen to our podcast at Gamepodular.com, your favorite streaming service of choice, or YouTube.com/Gamepodular, where you will find the podcasts and the little social media clips that we post that we also turn into YouTube shorts, which is... I have a lot of thoughts on YouTube shorts, as Scott heard before we started recording. And you could watch VODs of streams like this one at youtube.com/@Gamepodular, where you're also... That's not true. youtube.com/@Gamepodular streams highlights, where you'll also find stream highlight compilations and more YouTube shorts of like little mini highlights from the streams. And you can go to our Discord. You can find that on our website or by typing !Discord in the chat. Oh, I didn't forget this time. Okay, that spiel seems like it gets longer every goddamn time. Let's play some Iconoclasts.
Let's.
And of course, we have to wait for it to show up on... There we go. Game's up. Hell yeah.
Are you able to stream it to me?
I thought I already was.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why is it not coming up? Oh. Discord. What? Why is it paused? Alright, cool.
For more, like, information on the whole hair dyeing situation, I've been going to this hair salon basically since I moved to this city, which is about 10 years ago. But I, like, you know, I moved kind of far away from the city center, and then... Nope, we're not doing this again. We already did that a whole bunch. Where are we actually going? Let's go see if we can get down over there. No, we can't. Okay. Then I moved away from the city center, and then the pandemic hit, and I started going to a different one that was closer. And I've started going back ever since I moved here, because I moved a little closer to the city center again. And I've actually done this specific color before, and I was very happy with it, which is why I picked it. And also, this is like the least important part, but it is also just basically the Gamepodular red. It's branding, baby. That's what I can tell myself. Hello, fellow gamers. Picture books inspire me for the future. I pray the generations I create found a church covered in flowers. It would be amazing. Mother, I long for your embrace. I wake at night thinking of you. May you find me worthy come the day of transcendence. This is really creepy. Your clothes, are you supposed to be here without a supervisor? Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Actually, I should probably read this. Black Shroud. After the ascent, the pure hearts of the children who remain will make the next world flourish. Oh, so they're also a doomsday cult. That's so much worse than it already was. So, there's sort of been two big stories in gaming recently. Well, two, like, more than two. Obviously, like, there's the Star Fox Direct, which I have not watched yet, but I will for the next episode of N Focus, which should be recorded next week.
Nice.
And, Mina Seeds. Exciting. There's, the Steam controller, which I'm going to ask you about right, I don't have my bombs yet. Which I'm going to ask you about in a second. And the last one is GameStop is back in the news.
Yeah.
In one of the more embarrassing things I've seen recently.
Okay.
Because
they still... Yeah.
Their CEO, Ryan Cohen, did something very silly. He went on... They announced that they were planning on... So, like, now what, though? That they were putting out an offer to buy eBay. Which...
GameStop.
Yeah. Yeah. GameStop. Which would be a neat trick, because... they can't afford it, basically. Like,
do you put a bomb on the left side?
I would if I could, but I don't have my guns.
That's right. Oh, sorry. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I have my guns now.
Hey, I got a suggestion. Yeah, do that. So GameStop is still around.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, and so they announced that they were planning on like acquiring eBay, and which is, you know, kind of a big deal. You know, eBay is a cultural institution and a financial like big deal. Nope. And Ryan Cohen, their CEO and messiah figure to the like the Moas cult, the apes as they call themselves. He went on CNBC where they interviewed him and were like, "Hey, Mr. Cohen, speak on this decision." And it is one of the most awkward and uncomfortable interviews I've ever seen in my life. Like, he's not really paying attention, and he just generally looks kind of out of it. Okay, so that isn't gonna work. And like, the finance people at CNBC ask him some what I would consider fairly normal questions, like, okay, you have this much money, and you have a promise from another financing firm to pay like an additional $20 million if this thing gets off the ground. Or billion dollars if this thing gets off the ground. You're still like $19 billion short, dude. Where's that gonna come from? And he just repeats like, it's on the website. It's on the website. It's half stock, half cash. It's on the website, and like, you can tell that the CNBC anchors were one step away from like they say multiple times, okay, yes, you know, we've read the website, we understand, but if you could explain it to our audience who might not be familiar enough with like the financial information, and like they feel like they're one step away from just like reaching across the screen and going like, we don't swear on the stream. Dude, just explain it to normal people. Don't be a weirdo about it. We are trying to create television here. I don't know if he's like okay. Like, I am a little worried about him.
Okay.
Also, one of the funniest parts of that segment was they had like the live stock value of both eBay and GameStop like on screen while this interview was happening. And just like as the interview continued and Ryan Cohen said nothing, basically, the value of the GameStop stock just like went down, and down, and down.
Yeah.
So that's gaming news.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will say because I know that GameStop did acquire EB Games.
Yeah.
And in Australia, New Zealand, they're closing down their EB Games store. And New Zealand. And in Australia, they've got this other company, Zing, which sort of sells like pop culture merchandise.
Yeah.
So that's like an entire wall of like Funko Pops. And yeah, and apparently they're going to be officially merging, and all the Zing stuff's going to go into EB Games. And I went to the EB Games the other day, and I would say like only like at most one corner of the store is dedicated to games. The rest is just like pop culture merchandise, and just how far it's fallen.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate, but it's also sort of a reality, right? Like, even I still have like, I mean, it is technically a chain, but I do have a local game store here where I've picked up all the physical Switch 2 games I've bought, I've picked up from there.
Yep.
But they also just have a big section devoted to like DVDs and Blu-rays. And
that would be nice if EB Games did that, but they don't.
And they've got a big like chunk of just merch, and they do still have a pretty good assortment of retro games. Like, you can buy like not like retro games, like the really dank stuff, but you can buy like I've bought like Nintendo DS games there, and like PlayStation 2. But if you want like the really old stuff, there's another place in town that you can go to, which I will never take for granted, even though I have literally never felt the inclination to buy anything from there. And that one is an actual like independently owned local game store.
Ah, nice.
That's the nice thing about living in the town that I do, or city that I do, is it's like a good blend of like stuff for like millennials and
Yep.
real adults, and there's also good like stuff for there was like a survey or something recently that put it in the top 3 like worldwide cities for Gen Z, just in terms of like things there is to do and other amenities and stuff. Which is, you know, not especially relevant to me anymore. I mean, I guess it never was. I am not, in fact, from the generation Zoomer. And it's like, I don't really like getting into the generation thing because it is ultimately just like a way that we get divided more than anything else. And also, like, Gen Z is at a point now where, like, they're not even the kids anymore. Gen Z is in their 20s now. We, like, if we want to make fun of the kids, we have to, like, make fun of Gen Alpha or whatever the hell is after them.
Gen Beta?
I hope not. That's just like asking for
That'd
trouble.
be unfortunate. Yeah.
And not just because of the ABO implications, which is of course where my brain immediately goes. Okay, so I can't actually... I don't understand what I'm supposed to do in this room. Oh, maybe I have to grab one of those, like... Because there's these blocks that you can charge up. But I haven't seen one of those. And also I can't seem to access that thingy over there.
Well, in breaking news, apparently the Switch 2 is officially getting a price increase.
Yup. It was... I mean, like, we all saw it coming. It just sucks that it actually happened.
Yeah.
And that is... I think I talked about this on N-Focus as well. The thing that I said to my brother, because, like, my brother and my sister-in-law were like, we weren't really interested in the Switch 2 until Pokopia, basically, which I feel like is the case for a lot of people right now.
Yep.
And so they started like looking into getting one and seeing what their options were, and they said like, you know, I think I have to ride the elevator. Okay, I do have stairs there. Interesting, or ladder. I said, A, you can ask me literally anything you want. I have the goddamn thing memorized at this point. B, I respect that you're looking to get the updated model that's coming out next year to comply with the EU regulations on replaceable batteries that are starting to be enforced as of, I think, February of next year.
Nice.
But don't be surprised if the system is more expensive by then. And guess what happened?
Yeah.
I was right. Because I'm always right about everything. I've never been wrong about a single thing in my life.
Why couldn't you just be wrong about this?
You know, I really would have liked to, but it is unfortunately my curse to bear. That I've never been wrong about anything in my life.
So apparently in America, it's a $50 increase. This is at September.
Yeah,
that's happening. Except for Japan, which is I think like end of this month.
Yeah, and NSO is becoming more expensive in Japan as well.
Yeah. In Australia, it's an extra $70.
I think Europe it's €30. It's going from like 469 to 499.
Yeah, I don't know what's got. I don't know what's going on with New Zealand, but shout out to Vooks for reporting this. Vooks.net. New Zealand is getting a $170 increase.
What the hell?
Yeah. Don't know what's going on there.
Sorry, most strange.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already got one, so like, but still, 100. That's gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
So separate from the fact that I've never been wrong about anything in my life, I actually don't know where I'm supposed to go right now. But that doesn't mean I'm wrong. It just means I'm confused. Those are different things. Because I can't, maybe I can't push this. Ah, cutscene. Haha, I found it. Thanks, Sunflower. Glad you're alright, but I'm not sure what we do from here if you're saying the entrance is closed. Guess you didn't see Samba. That's true. She seems like a very angry person. I mean, wouldn't you be? Also, you are too, dude. Like, you're literally a revolutionary with a sword. You should just try to find a way out of this tower, Sunflower. Gotta save Samba. Of all people to help, I don't understand why you're so attached to this woman. If there's something you think you owe her, you need to settle down. Stop being a jerk. Found my shotgun and a key. You didn't look in here? You also gotta search the stuff that isn't just clearly labeled sometimes, girl. Noted. Alright, we got all three of us. Which does something, I'm sure. Okay, that door's closed. Yeah, it's a weird time for video game news right now. Although I am very happy that, like, I talked about this before on N-Focus as well. I'm so happy that the Switch 2 is, like, out now. And has been for, like, a year. Because I got pretty tired of reporting on, like, Switch 2 rumors after a while. And leaks.
Apparently it's sold 19 million units.
Yeah.
It's popular.
It is, I believe, the fastest selling video game console of all time in America.
Yeah.
Which it is very funny to see, like, takes from outrage merchants, who else, being like, Switch 2, terrible console, nobody bought it. And it's like, that is just demonstrably untrue. Like,
yeah. Exactly.
I'm a survivor, but you seem to be. Let me improve that wrench of yours. And I can feel I've had a big part in something. Galvanized wrench. This upgrade lets you leave electric sparks if you're charged and then swing the wrench. I see. It will also give your bombs and missiles the electric charge that you have, so you can activate things from a distance. Oh, I understand now. If you meet my former
coming into place
friends, say hi for me. Unlike them, I got too curious about the science, and now I'm a prisoner of my own knowledge. I'm sorry, this upgrade is literally just called Tool Assist. That is very funny. Oh, it's an upgrade to remote trigger bombs? Oh my god. Okay, we're saving up for that one. Yeah. That's gonna make so many things so much easier. Okay. We're back in it, but... Oh, hello.
Oh.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. That's not true. I was never really out, but... Is the door open yet? No, it isn't. Of course it isn't.
Yeah, as you alluded to before, I have in fact purchased one of them Steam controllers.
Yeah, I said I was going to ask you about that, and then I forgot. How's that been? How's that been working for you?
Yeah. So I've only gotten about I've only had it. Let's see. The time is at 7:30 now. I've only had it for about, because I've worked today. I've only had it for about, say, almost 2 hours. Feels good. Like, it looks big, but I mean, if you compare it to something, it's probably slightly bigger than like the entire outside is slightly bigger than like the Switch 2 Pro controller.
Okay.
Yeah, but it just looks. But like, if you were to get rid of the bottom bit, which has the trackpads, it'd be like a very skinny controller, I would say. But no, it's like the face buttons feel good. D-pad feels good. The travel between like going from like the face buttons and the D-pad to the sticks, not an issue. Because it's got the PlayStation symmetrical. But they just easily go on the actual sticks. So now they fight for them. Yeah, the trackpads feel nice. Back buttons feel good. I only really use like the top back buttons, but it's actually got it's actually got 4 back buttons.
Damn.
Like the Steam Deck. Yeah, it's I was a bit worried because I haven't got a Steam Deck. I've got an ROG LIX, which I've just installed Bazzite onto it.
Yeah.
Like full Bazzite, no Windows. But luckily, yeah, I just plugged in. It's like, oh, you've got a Steam controller. Okay, we're going to need to update this. So put it onto the puck. Okay, I put it onto the puck. Updating. Okay, now we need you to take it out of the puck and insert that USB cable into controller. Okay. Do that. Okay, now it's all ready. So yeah, it's a bit of an unusual setting up process, but yeah, it's works really well. It'll just be really good for like I have like a 8-bit Ultimate 2 they used originally, but it'd just be good for those games that even though you can set it up with a controller, you don't have enough buttons, so it's good to have the trackpads. Like say you got a first-person shooter, like an old one which doesn't have like a scrolling select weapon. It's got to be like number buttons, so you select it directly.
Yeah.
So you can set those to the trackpad.
That's cool. My big worry for the Steam controller was it, like, just based on the pictures alone, it kind of looked like it was going to be as hefty as like I'm definitely not the first person to make this comparison, but like, you know, the original like Xbox controller, like the big chunky one. But I'm really glad to hear that it wasn't that.
No, it's no. Oh, I have to find out. No, definitely. That's just silly. That Xbox, the Duke. That's just insanely big. No, this is nothing like that.
Speaking of weird controllers, oh yeah, and then I do this. Okay, there was a picture going around on Blue Sky for like a bit of like that dragon controller.
Dragon controller.
Yeah, are you familiar with what I'm talking about? I guess not. But it's an Xbox controller, but it's a dragon. And okay, I did that, but I don't know what it accomplishes, but I guess I'll find out. And it's, yeah, I wish I could pull up a picture on stream. Maybe I can. Hang on. I think this makes my game go away. Not yet.
No, that's all right. Is it like a 3D printed one or?
Oh no, this thing's really old.
Yeah.
Like I knew someone who had it like ages ago.
Yeah.
And it looks really, really cool. The problem is, because they like very realistically like modeled the, you know, the shape and aspects of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It's so spiky that it's like really uncomfortable to hold.
Okay.
Okay, I found what it looks like in box. Yeah, okay. Can I
Yep.
open image in new tab? Is that not a thing you can do in Microsoft Edge? God, this browser is so ass. Okay, all right. Here, I'll send you the most crushed, the most hideous URL I've ever seen.
Okay. Let me copy the link. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Right? That's a dragon controller.
Yeah. Ah. Okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That thing exists, and like people like it kind of like visually is just cool as hell because it's a controller that's also a dragon. But it is the most uncomfortable controller I've ever held because it is actively sharp.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Because, you know, they had to model like wings and scales and horns, and you have to hold that with your hands.
Oh my god.
And I knew someone who had one of these, and that's why I've gotten to... That's why I have, in fact, interacted with it.
You know what control I want but will never actually use?
Do tell.
The Dragon Quest controller.
Oh, the slime one?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that one. Oh, hello. Things are happening. You know, the labs in my town can be weird to get around because it has no elevators. That's true. But then we don't get this. What's up? Oh, this guy again. Everyone seems to be in that weird theater. It's creepy. Why would they have a temple to mother? We don't know about, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to do when he does the jumping attack. Oh, I can just hit him from here? Okay. Ah, I'm supposed to crouch, of course. God, he's speeding up There's so much going on. I actually can't see where he is anymore. Okay, well, now I know what to do. I'm also trying to read the dialogue at the same time, which is very annoying that it's, maybe I could have noticed that I'm supposed to crouch when the character's crouched to avoid the attack. But, shut up. I'm a streamer. I'm allowed to be bad at video games. I have a real bug up my ass. Speaking of being bad at video games, I know I'm sort of like relitigating an old problem here, but like that stupid thing that annoying outrage merchants say about like, oh, games journalists suck at video games, is like you do realize that they have to play like the day one patch version, right?
Yep.
Without the balance fixes that you get to do, and they have to play it on a strict deadline because they also have to write a review.
Yep.
None of this is news. It's relitigating an old issue from like a year ago, maybe even more, with like Elden Ring, like Shadow of the Erd Tree is I think the last time this really popped off. But it just bothers me because there's just a fundamental misunderstanding of what games journalism actually is and what their job is. And Gamergate's back in the news again because a bunch of chuds discovered that Anita Sarkeesian was a consultant on Slay the Spire 2.
Oh, okay.
And like, it is, may I say, extremely cringe to be mad about Anita Sarkeesian in 2026. It was also cringe to be mad at her back when she did the Kickstarter for Tropes versus Women in Video Games. For the record, it was extremely embarrassing the way the people reacted to that. She was just trying to do, I don't personally agree with her research methodology, but the overall goal of the project, I think, was fairly decent. And then a lot of people lost their minds, and now Donald Trump is president.
Yep. People just egotistical male gamers. Just.
I get mad when am not about me, as the bird art says. Okay, we got 3.
Ooh.
Which means there are more keys to find, I guess. Well, I know for a fact that there's at least one more key to find because I've seen it, but I don't know where the other one would be. Also, similar to people don't understand games journalism, people also just don't understand what a consultant actually is and what they do.
Yeah. It's like that, the Sweet Baby controversy?
Yeah, even calling that a controversy. I mean, it was definitely a controversy, but like propagated by the worst people. Just I mean, when I say I get it, I don't mean it in anything resembling I agree with it, but I definitely don't. Because I definitely don't. But I understand why it happened. And like with a lot of things, we talked about this on like 2 streams ago on this show, where I was like talking about conspiracy theorists a lot, is they don't understand something and are making it everyone else's problem. And that is very frustrating. And instead of like when they do like raise a big stink and make it everyone else's problem, they don't make any effort to actually, you know, learn about the thing they don't understand. They just say, I don't understand and therefore it's bad. End of discussion. And send death threats to people. Like, gamers make me so goddamn mad sometimes. Oh, finally.
Yeah. Well, we're wanting it as like you wouldn't say someone as something like a movie, like a movie or something. Like people go to the movies, people listen to songs, and it's sort of I hate this gatekeeping of the gaming. It's like it should be just like people play games.
Yeah, and people make games.
That's it.
I was literally thinking about this discussion like in the bathroom right before I fired up OBS. Like, again, this is not like like a particularly new thought, but I think it stems from the fact that, like, you know, music and film are much older and have had time to become normalized within the culture, whereas, you know, there are plenty of people today who are alive but were not alive yet when video games started existing in the 60s, you know? And so as a medium, it just hasn't had nearly enough time to be ingrained in the culture, because, like, in a way it has, right? Because, you know, we always point to the fact that it makes just oodles of money, and Call of Duty and Mario are basically household names, basically.
Well, that's it. Like when you think of the name Mario, what does everyone in the world, like 99% of the people, think in the world?
Why, celebrity chef Mario Batali, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I remember there was a they were doing like an interview with the cast of the Mario Galaxy movie, and they asked Charlie Day, who plays Luigi, what's your most, apart from the actual Luigi from the game, who you think is the most famous Luigi of all time?
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, yes. And it's sort of like, even then, it's like when people heard their name, it's just like who that person is. There were all these memes. It was just Luigi from Mario doing that.
I do want to shout out the Blue Sky post that like accompanied that news report that I saw, which was like, he waited exactly long enough for the check to clear to say this out loud. But like gaming is kind of ingrained in popular culture now, but it did for a long time carry a stigma of, you know, the like embarrassing nerds in their basement playing video games. And I think that made people like kind of unhealthily defensive of video games. And like I like very much believe that video games are art and unique in a way that no other art medium is. And it should be taken seriously. And yes, I have gotten into loud arguments about this in public places, so I am part of the problem. But in my defense, I was a teenager, and you're allowed to be a dumbass when you're a teenager. But like that sort of defensiveness about like if you consider video games to be art, then you have to accept that they will be criticized like art. And what that means is people like me with English degrees and other types of media degrees will look at them like a piece of art, like a text, and analyze them critically using critical theory. And you can't have it both ways. They can't be, no, it's just silly toys, don't think about it seriously, until people say that it's silly toys and nobody should think about it seriously. And then you go around saying, no, they're actually art and you don't get it. And I think that level of dissonance, I guess, for lack of a better word, is something that a lot of people just could never really square in their heads. And that is one of the many reasons why we are where we are right now. And like, don't get it twisted, right? A lot of this was also just like literally spurred on by right-wing nationalists. Like, Steve Bannon has just admitted straight up out loud that he saw this and he galvanized them on purpose.
Yeah.
That's not even that's not even a conspiracy theory. He just said it out loud. He admitted it.
Yeah.
Charge this up, and then we fire the bomb, and then we do that. Ha ha ha!
Oh, hell yeah.
Finally figured it out. That does mean we have one more key to get, and it's over there, but I don't know how to get there. Oh wait, is it just this easy? Oh my god, it is.
Actually, one thing. Oh, sorry to circle back to Ooh, what's happening here?
My money's on flashback. Oh no, theater show. It's Yoko Taro. By the try you are here, but while mother holds you dear, make the scripture your stranger, put your friends in danger. It's her wrath you shall fear. What is that you say, Mr. Wink? Why, Chatter, it's an impromptu show, I think. But today is no laughing matter. Today does indeed your teeth shatter. Or chatter. We've gathered today real quickly too, I'm afraid, because of great sin. Man loses his way by temptation, thinks selflessness a better occupation. But reaching the tower near, he returns to us here, and he regrets his foul sensation. By mother's fair hand, he will beseech the star worm, the star worm? The parent, the guardians, and the people. The parent, the guardians, and the people. The triangle creates our holy steeple. The triangle creates our holy steeple. We cherish that union of love and prosperity. Only in compliance do we maintain our verity. Now, son, you've committed the most heinous of indulgences. You are but a plague on us. This game's messed up. Complimentary. It's the misery that consumes you now. You've endangered all our futures. How do you intend to show your regrets to spare us all? There's only one way, and you know what that is, son. There's only one way. I swear to try. I am a disease. I'm sorry. I will say, this is very funny to me as a fan of professional wrestling, because okay, this requires a little bit of inside baseball. We'll get back to the cutscene in a second. There's a wrestler by the name of Triple H. Perhaps you've heard of him. Perhaps you haven't. Who, in the 90s, when he was doing his like kinda cocky heel part of G-Generation X in the Attitude Era thing, he tried to get a nickname off the ground. That was Try. T-R-I. Short for Triple H. And because my brain has been poisoned by OSW review, complimentary, whenever I see the word try, I always think of Triple H. So
Yeah.
in my head, they're not saying they're saying try. Like Jim Ross said on commentary when they were trying to make it a thing. Tell him try. Although that was Shawn Michaels. Anyway, back to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And there you have it again, children. This will always be the outcome of witnessing what is outside. Now, how about that show? The hell is this? It's
Theater.
The Silo, right? That Apple TV show about people who live in a silo in like the post-apocalypse, and they're not allowed to see the outside.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I've never watched it, but I've seen people talk about it, so I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And there's also, if you want a less classy version of that premise, Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Less classy, but a lot more fun. Where they live underground and they're not allowed to leave because there's evil beastmen and giant robots that will kill them if they do. Which, in their defense, is true. Like, you don't gotta hand it to the, like, jerk-ass village chief from Gurren Lagann that much, but, you know, he was actually right about that. He just also used it to exploit people for his personal gain, and that's the part we take issue with. You know, you'd think after all the time we've spent in this tower that I would learn how to get places by now. Oh yeah, we're doing this again. Oh, I can do it through the crates. That's exciting. Because there is like an item chest up there that I'd still like to get. Oh, right. This doesn't actually... Like, it's on that layer. So maybe if I go... And to go back to a previous point, like, I happen to definitely be in the camp of, you know, video games are art and should be criticized as such. And genuinely, some of the best art criticism I've ever read has been video game criticism. And so it's just extremely embarrassing when people are like, critics bad. Only gamers can have opinion about games, even though, like, do you have... Again, this goes back to people not understanding critics, but do you have any idea how much you have to love video games to want to be a professional games critic? Like, the pay is terrible. You get harassed every day. If you're, like, even a halfway big enough name, especially if you're a minority. Like... You don't do it for clout. Like, even, like, I get the impression that, like, other non-video game art critics kind of look down on games critics as well, for the same reasons that, like, they just don't take it seriously as an artistic medium, which, again, I disagree with. And I think it's also just really tragic that publishers, like, and when I say publishers, I mean like websites and stuff, also see games criticism kind of the same way. Like, they shut down Paste Games. What the hell are you doing? Like, genuinely, what's... Like, if you want to make a living as a video game critic, I think your options are be one of the, like, 5 people left who are full-time employees. Work yourself to the bone at a Valnet website for terrible pay and way too much work for that amount of money.
Yep.
Or go fully independent and get really, really lucky. Like, that's it. Which is so sad. And it actually kind of makes me mad. In related news, patreon.com/Gamepodular.
And also Kofi.
Yeah.
I was just having a look before. I'm surprised because I've got the Steam controller in my hand. It doesn't have a... I know this shouldn't be a thing, but be an issue, but this doesn't have a headphone jack.
Huh.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, wow, that's something that really... It's really missing, but it's just like, huh.
I guess, like, yeah, it's another thing that has lost the 3.5 millimeter jack. My 8-bit dude, I think, still has one. Hang on. Yeah? I think that's a headphone jack.
Oh, nice.
Another W for them.
I mean, it's just interesting because they got the puck, and so they could have probably easily had the puck used as like the audio connection. Like, I understand if it's just Bluetooth, because I think Xbox, if you do it through Bluetooth, you can't use the audio through that. Although Nintendo and PlayStation, I mean, they only run through Bluetooth, and they can do it. I don't know.
I know, like, my Xbox Series X controller has a headphone jack.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Switch 2 not have a headphone jack? Hang on.
The Switch 2 Pro controller has a headphone jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All current controllers, except for the Steam controller, have a headphone jack.
I'm a big lover of Bluetooth audio, but still, boo. Okay, so we got some hints that this is actual factual Earth, because, like, this is just the Taj Mahal.
Oh.
And this is the Great Wall of China. This is New York City. Okay, I need, like, a box to stand on. It is kind of funny to put New York City on the level of the Great Wall of China and the Taj Mahal, not gonna lie. Like, not that New York City isn't, like, cool and good, which, I mean, I have my misgivings about it, but I've never been there, so I'm probably wrong. But, like, it is just sort of a very different thing, you know? It's got different vibes, and we'll talk about that after we come back from our break, because it's the top of the hour, and we need to go...
Yes.
Do things that involve not sitting down. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
I heard them in there. We need to get the hell in there. Ah, calm down. No. Yeah. I'm with her on that one. Our brother kind of sucks. They took my damn seeds. I swear I could open... I have great news. Hey, step away a bit. What are you doing? Just move. Huh, this door's card reader doesn't have security levels. It only seems to ask for a card, so to speak. Different standards here, I guess, so my one concern East card would likely work on this. So get on with it. I have to move over. These things also detect who's using it. How does that work? Just do it, okay? Over. Elro? Elro! Go away. What? No! What the hell is he doing? You. Agent Black. You are here. You took my daughter. You took my life. Concern rotted my soul. I've come to make it right for everyone. Yeah. Make it right. When's it right, though? We take turns robbing something off the other for the rest of time? No, Elro, this is all on you. This actually is right. You've got to live with a lot of pain for a while. You know, not respecting the salute is something I can relate to, Elro. With two hands, we show respect to Mother. With one hand, we show we respect another. Let's show respect. Oh my god. Picking apart your plan, Elro. I'll watch you suffer this time. But you'll die slower, which is my treat. I mean, I have the seeds. I just don't know how I'm supposed to use them. Aha! How about you, okay? Oh, of course. Just in time. Let's cap this off. Oh my god. Concerned soldiers. What the? Faded sister. What is this? Oh, these questions we seem to share. Ah, the young mechanic that helped crush me. No matter. How are you here? What brutality have you wrought upon this man? The scripture states that a person of crime is only to be executed in their home or by holy proceeding. Faded sister, do not submit to emotional murder. My son, today is not the day you die. You'll die later. Don't you dare take him away. Pray tell, what is this tower? You keep secrets from your own blood? You do not inform your top general of all practices? What are you doing, Chrome? Even the smallest couple of ivory brings light and heat to a settlement for a week. How much does this heinous tower spend in all these times of extreme drought? Now, the moral thing to do would be tell the citizens or rural people of the privileges of this tower. You don't care about people. We all know each individual deserves to be treated as he intended them to be treated. This is not simply about individuals, Chrome. You are too upset right now, child. Let us get these people into custody and this man some aid, and then we can keep quiet about this until you can enlighten me back at HQ. I'm certain the reasoning is sound. You will all be the end of humanity. I'll clarify how later if that's what you want. My dear, all will be great. And spare me the one liberty to ensure that greatness. Interesting. I hate you all. Yeah, well, I don't like you very much either. Doors are open, huh? Looks like the exit's open. What's the matter? I feel I should tell those teenagers this door's open or something. There's no time for that. Now you feel guilty for some random kids? I'll just get a few here. Robin would have done it. She's right, you know. Hey guys, the door's open. You can just leave. Any of you even seen the outside? It's awesome and pretty. Sure beats purple metals and baby blue concrete. More like Tiffany blue. Come on. Whatever. You guys can't just sit around here your whole youth. Mina, who are these people? I don't know. Please, let's just leave the door open and go. Okay, Samba. I'm very curious who this wide-brimmed hat person is that I've fought a couple times now. Why did we sit down? Total idiot, I know, but Robin's really been helping me out. She got me here. What are you saying? Bet she's alive. That girl doesn't die. Well, I have perished a couple times. I feel like I have to go find her in case she's in trouble. Help Robin, huh? I'm happy she helped you come find me. I'm just a bit tired. Tired? You know. I feel you only came back home to say goodbye again. Or maybe to see if I'm still waiting for you before you run off. Samba, this is different. So all those other times had no real reason then? I didn't say that. You used to tell me you'd heard of ways to defeat the agents and you wanted to find people who knew. You could have used more plausible lies. I did find a way, but everything I needed already existed back home. You don't say. Listen, Mina, we both know the reasons you leave, but I always hoped seeing me was enough to make you stay. You're afraid, but running away is what you have. Running away is what has people talking about you. How you leave your mother. Samba, come on. I'm only saying the truth. I know I can't stop you from trying to save your friend. I also can't see you just for a day every now and then. I want you to be proud, not feel guilty. I'm going home, Mina. Oh, hey. Shouldn't have to see your father the way you did. I should be strong, not sad. Things have just been a little hard, honey. I want to know you're headed for something better. Before I... Never mind. You should go back to sleep. This game is so good. Dark Cave. It sure is. Okay. Okay, we got... Hello, that's a different statue.
Yeah.
Let me just double check my equipment here. Swing attack power, wrenching against damage once, spin the wrench for a longer time. Should grab that one, I think. What was meditation again? Is that the one that, like... Crouch slowly to repair tweak slots. Yeah, that's pretty good. destroy them. That's annoying. Oh my god, I almost ran into spikes. Okay. Okay, we got something going on. Getting less dark. At least it's not as dark as doing that one bit of Hollow Knight without a lantern. That was like 2 Hollow Knight streams. Okay, we got a crafting. Ugh. What is that? It's gross. Oh no, there's water. Okay, we got a map. No, it's weak schematic. Dark. I assume that that gives me more of a lantern. Let's find out together. Spindle, Fleetfoot. Huh. Shock value, spindle, Fleetfoot, tool assist. I can't find it. Curious. Ironheart, tool assist, Fleetfoot, spindle, shock value, breathless. Yeah. Weird. I think you go this way. Oh, they're so gross. Here's a fun fact about me for related to something you saw earlier. I've actually been to the Great Wall of China.
Oh, wow.
Multiple parts, multiple times.
Yep.
It's very
Nice.
cool there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things, sort of like the pyramids, which I've never been to, but like a lot of these like great wonders of the world, it is kind of hard to fathom just how much of it there actually is, and how much like time and labor it costs to build it, you know?
Yeah.
And I believe the Great Wall of China, a lot of it was forced labor. Fun fact, that was the prevailing theory about the pyramids for a while, but that actually is not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Based on like new information that archaeologists have discovered, we now know it was done by actual, like, you know, skilled craftspeople. They just got paid to work for a very long time. Like, it wasn't forced labor.
So it wasn't aliens.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
You knew exactly what you were doing when you said that. I think I have to use a missile there. I was right. Ugh. Why is it all goopy?
We're all goopy on the inside.
I've interacted with a baby a non-zero amount of time recently.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew, not like just some random baby.
Yeah.
And some people are also very goopy on the outside. Wait. This tweak sucks. Sorry, I'm just realizing that using the meditation tweak to charge up your tweaks is itself a tweak that has to be charged up. And when it's disabled, you can't oh my god. I'm switching it out for something better. I mean, I guess. I mean, we're in an area with water. I'll grab Breathless. Ah, it's Alan Wake rules. Or Luigi's Mansion rules. Yes, it does, mostly. I really should play Alan Wake. I've only owned it for 7 million years.
I think that's one of the ones I own.
Alan Wake 2 is supposed to be a really good game. At the very least. Oh, yes. Haha, gotcha. Putting the health pickup over the spikes is so rude. Need specialized equipment if we were continuing the type of research we're doing. These abstract cubes want to disintegrate into everything, especially our computer hardware. Between the discovery of these cubes and the controller development, we're also severely understaffed. The eyes are hard to contain. It already feels increasingly dodgy for us to do these things. We don't need more frustration. This almost unfathomable technology resists us. I swear, I am not confident he would want us to do this. You know things are getting serious when you've got capital H, he. Sam, where the hell did you put the folder for the year 457? After you reinstall the OS on this machine, there's like 5 hard drive paths? I'll be sitting here forever looking for it. This looks like it spells letters, right? That's not just me? Sam...
Where?
Sam where?
Yeah.
The plot is in fact thickening. So I guess I... Okay. Okay, I can do that, but I don't know what it accomplishes. Ah, it accomplishes that. Oh, I think I have to do it in the opposite order. Interesting. And then I see. Damn it. Okay, well, at least it's on the right side. Then we do that. And we do that. Ha 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 ha. I've played a video game once or twice. Oh, it's you again. Uh-oh. That seems bad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried about it. Oh, that is some platforming, all right. Okay. Oh God, not this guy again. Okay, so we're not going to turn on the light. Ah, we don't have a choice in it. Guess we're just running. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Leave me alone. Okay, we're back here. That's good. We can save. I think. Yep. This place is scary. Okay, scary maybe not the right word, but it certainly is stressful. And we can... Hee hee hee. Gotcha. Specimen became uncontrollable if separated from their frames. I'm sure research on them can lead to useful inventions, but they're borderline terrifying, I'll say. Once out of their frame, they will look for whatever else, living or not, they can attach to, except us, so far. That so far feels like it's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello. That's concerning.
Mm.
Yep. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, yucky. Okay, that's not one I can counter. Pay attention. Hook. Under. Charge it up. Swinging brain thing. Right? That just looks like a brain, right? That's not just me?
Yeah.
Oh, this fight is so gross. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It can bounce it back, too? Given how long it takes to recover from the charge shot, I don't think it's actually really worth using in boss fights. I think my best bet is just to slam the X button as quickly as I possibly can. Oh god. Okay. God, this stays charged up for such a short amount of time. And boom shakalaka. Oh, my hand.
Hand cramps.
Well, that was scary.
Mm.
Okay, that's not a save point. That's just a... Okay, this way? All these skeletons all over the place also don't inspire a lot of confidence. What is your beef with me? Oh, I guess we don't need to find out anymore. Do not fret, I am here to protect you now. I have proven my allegiance, as I have eliminated one of my contemporaries. Ah, his implants do not work in water. He shall no longer be a nuisance to you, mechanic. Once again, I must apologize for the insubordination of my subordinates. They do not know their place. I am done with them. Robin, I am glad you are alive. I see you in the rounded flower. I cannot summon. You are what has eluded me. Oh, he's in love with us. Freedom that is not created but natural. One of birth, no obligations. Your life is rich. Notice you admiring flowers, as I am wont to do. We share interest there. The two of us can be equal. You will want to teach me your ways, of course, and I will welcome your ideals. Take me with you, and we will be able to escape this dark place together. Sure. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Let's go then. I'll get you somewhere safe. I mean, if nothing else, his powers seem very useful here.
Hmm.
It's beginning to look a lot like Ice World. Oh boy, here we go. Or no, it's beginning to look just like an Ice World. That's what the lyric is. That's kind of a deep cut. Do you know what I'm talking about when I sing that?
Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
The specific song, it's beginning to look just like an ice world. Oh boy, here we go.
No, sorry.
Okay, so there was a webcomic. It's still online. You can still read it. It just doesn't update anymore because it finished. Like, it didn't get abandoned at the very least. Called Brawl in the Family. Hang on.
Yeah.
I have... And it was a Nintendo fan webcomic, specifically about, like, Super Smash Bros. Brawl characters.
Yep.
I have some merch of it. By Matthew Toronto. These are playing cards.
Okay.
That's cool. And Matthew Toronto, the writer and artist of the webcomic, is also a musician. And so he made some musical comics as well. And one of them was Ice World.
Hmm.
He is, I would also argue, he didn't, like, invent the Waluigi for Smash thing, but I would argue he was, at the time, one of its main, like, proponents. he definitely spread it out a lot. Wow, I was really low on health. I wasn't paying attention. He definitely spread it out a lot more. Like Waluigi is a very. Oh, I'm all the way back here. He definitely spread it out a lot more through his work, and he made Waluigi like genuinely unsettling. Which I think is correct. This is the history of Nintendo. Mario. Straight from Kyoto, from a guy named Miyamoto. This is the history of Nintendo. I am now singing another one of his songs. It's called The History of Nintendo. And to give you an impression of how long ago he made it, I think the original version of The History of Nintendo ended with the Wii U?
Oh.
Or maybe the Switch 1. Okay. I think it was Wii U. Come on, there we go. Okay, getting up there doesn't accomplish anything. Good to know. So we'll go this way. Hello. Ooh, this cold mountain inspires my... Oh, right, it's you. Heard our scientists at One Concern HQ doused evil thought through distractions. It's nice ice cream. I could do the same. It's not really ice cream weather. I think it did end with the Switch. I think the history of Nintendo did end with the Switch 1. Because there were definitely jokes in Brawl in the Family about like characters that got added to Smash with the Wii U and 3DS versions.
Okay.
Which was, off the top of my head, Bayonetta was one of them. Cloud. And other great characters from video games you like. Yeah, I genuinely don't remember who like most of the new characters for the Wii U one were. I know Ganondorf was like
Smash.
Yeah.
That was Ganondorf was
Yeah, but Ganondorf was
Melee.
Melee originally, and then they brought him back.
Yeah.
Was he in? No, he was in Brawl.
Animal Crossing Villager.
Really? That wasn't
was in,
Ultimate?
No, that was Wii U.
See, I only ever played the 3DS one, which I guess had the same roster,
Yeah.
but because I never owned a Wii U. Pit was also, I think, was Palutena also the Wii U one, or was that also Brawl?
No, that was Palutena was Wii U along with Pit 2.
Dark Pit.
Dark Pit, yep.
Pit 2, Pit Harder. God, I love... Must be a Gamepodular property. Hilka is talking about how much he loves Kid Icarus Uprising. What a game.
Yeah. So, Brawl had Animal Crossing Villager, Palutena, Dark Pit, Shulk.
Or Wii U, you mean?
Yeah, for Wii U, yep. Lucina and Robin from Fire Emblem,
Okay.
Greninja,
Right.
Little Mac.
Oh yeah, Little Mac.
And
God, he sucks.
yeah, and the one that got me generally to freak out when they're announced, Mega Man.
Yeah, that checks out. Destroy any records of operation and assembly and demolish or remove all parts of the equipment required for basic function. It is the will of him. Containment may occur immediately. Upon such an event, Father thanks you for your service and will personally pray for you. Ominous. Barbarians. This is the most horrible tragedy I've ever witnessed. This is the most horrible tragedy you've ever witnessed? You are sheltered. This vessel of divinity, the portal between spirits and humans, you cannot vandalize these. May he, the Star Warren himself, burn whoever did this. Your mind is probably unable to comprehend the calamity before you. This is a transcender. They are most beautiful and divine objects granted to us. It is a divine wound. Destroying one of these is like murdering a parent. Only the lucky young in this world may pass the trials and earn the blessings of resting inside. It is a bath in the purest ivory, lasting many months, but only for the ones strong enough. If you are not strong enough, the ivory consumes your body and you will perish, but your soul transcends the afterlife to be the elite among spirits. This religion is messed up. The ones that remain in the physical realm are destined to further the divine doctrine and right the wrongs in the world. Sometimes the next true leader of humans, the medium which speaks for the humans to him, the Almighty, is chosen. Ah, and that's Mother. These are extraordinary people that become one with Ivory, completely earning the power to even control the planet itself. And royal, I assume? Yeah, I am that. I am to lead all of humanity after the dark day where Mother leaves the physical world and my power has developed fully. There's another outcome. Some people fuse with the Ivory but aren't chosen for equal purposes as they do not follow. Ah, this is Agent Black. I assume. They are divine guards protecting the faith of the people, for they prove strong and almost as impenetrable as Mother or myself. He, the Almighty, blesses these guardians too, but letting the Ivory strip away only the parts that are meant for greater things, and he leaves the person with us. They are warriors, the upholders of law and order. And Chrome, I assume, as well. Their ivory blood embraces our divine technology which he gave us, which a normal body would reject. Yeah, he's got the prosthetic legs. With the blessing of that power, they will protect the people from detractors. Their divinity will be celebrated for many days, as they will live for hundreds of years like their mothers and fathers. It is a wonderful gift given only to a chosen few. A gift. You got a receipt in that? These halls are those of magic and wonder, Robin. Isn't it? No. You can't comprehend it all. It's all right. I hope these bones are of those that destroyed this transcender. I was definitely expecting like the goop from above to leak into it and it would become like a fight. Okay, I don't have a key. I am a big sucker for the narrative device of like ancient technology that's been turned into a religion by people who don't fully understand it. See, also that was like my favorite part about Horizon Zero Dawn, which as a game itself is like kind of just really mid.
Debatable, but go ahead.
But like the setting and the way they interact with the actual machines is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Go. Like, I would go as far as Seskra does about Horizon Zero Dawn. I know they're not a fan. Like, it's... I would consider, like, it's like a perfectly fine video game. It is one of the most video games I've played, in the sense that, like, it has all the things that modern video games have. You know, open world, fast travel, crafting system, yada, yada, yada. Melee combat, bow and arrow combat, and it's got an interesting world, and it is one of the few post-apocalyptic games that I actually like. But I don't know, it's just there's something about the execution that didn't, like, oh, I have to do all this again, that didn't, like, fully gel with me, I guess.
Okay.
Like, in some ways, I've been saying this a lot recently, but I just kind of wish it was weirder. Like, it was way too conventional. And that's sort of like the bad side of it being the most video game I've played in a while. Yeah, we have to do all this again. Oh man, this is a really long cutscene. No. And I didn't even play Horizon Forbidden West because I heard it was less good. And don't get me wrong, like, you know me well enough to know by now that I am going to support the Dutch video game industry as much as I can. And Guerrilla Games are Dutch. They are the biggest gaming company in the Netherlands. I guess, like, mid is maybe not the right word. Like mid implies it to be... Mid implies, I think it's worse than I actually do. Like, it's fine.
Acceptable.
Yeah. Here, and then it falls into the thorns. Now we have the key, so we can open this. Hello. There's still people down here. That's ominous. So now we're here. Gotcha. I do kind of want to backtrack a little bit, but we're almost out of time. Because I noticed on the map that there's some areas that I haven't gone to yet. You know what? I'll try to get, like, to some of those places, and then then we have to go down and around. Yeah, because you see above, like, the save point and the crafting table, there's, like, a bit where you can go up that I haven't gone to, and then I also can't... Actually, I can go left from the save point from here, and there's a reasonable chance that I just physically can't, but I do want to double check. If nothing else, there's a save point here. Yes, this way. Oh, got there. All right, and then we... Right. We're here. Right. I hadn't technically explored this because I died and it didn't save that progress. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot more here too. Right, and I can't bust through this rock. Okay, well, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I do like, and I recognize that I'm just stealing an awkward zombie comic joke here, that there are some, like some of the ways you can use to remember what types certain Pokemon are weak to are like, well, you know, flying Pokemon are weak to rock because killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And then others are a little more like, I don't want to say esoteric necessarily because I don't think I'm using that word correctly in this instance, but it's like the joke from the awkward zombie comic is, have you ever tried to punch a bird? And it doesn't go well for you, and that's why flying Pokemon are resistant to fighting. I think I said this on N-Focus as well, but I'm so glad they're actually taking an extra year with Pokemon Winds and Waves.
Yeah.
Like, those games have the potential to actually be, like, pretty special if they're well executed. And taking the extra time for it is, exactly what they should be doing. Because, again, I'm going to reiterate something I said on N-Focus, but maybe you didn't listen to it, is it seems to be that as separate from, to distinguish it from the tropical setting of Sun and Moon, they're taking more inspiration from, like, Southeast Asia for this one.
Yep.
Okay, we got mother statues again. And, like, I grew up in Southeast Asia, so I have, like, a lot of sort of nostalgia for a lot of the things that it's taking inspiration from. And so I am fully ready to fall in love with Pokemon Winds and Waves. Can't find Fawn. Captain's so angry. And especially also if the underwater segments are cool too. Oh.
So good.
I need to get back to playing new Pokemon Snap, speaking of underwater segments. Game's a real banger. Oh, I see. I keep, like, having more ideas for games that would be fun to stream. And we literally just don't have time to stream all of them. Like, I picked up Titanfall 2 recently because it was like 85%
nice.
off. And like the campaign of that game is supposed to be just incredible.
It is. That would be a good one to stream.
And also, like, I've also just been like wanting to play like a really good first-person shooter again for a while now. Okay, so what do I have to send I can't send a bomb up there. I can't. Oh, but I can leave a bomb here to keep it charged up. Ah. And then something, I'm sure. Tell you what, it's basically the top of the hour. I think we should find a safe point and come back to this, or else I'm just going to be slamming my head against the puzzle for a while. Let's see, how much game progress are we at now? 36. Okay, so we have made 3% game progress. I think we were at 33. That's going to do it for our stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know we certainly did. Our next scheduled streams are, we don't have anything tomorrow. Well, we also don't have anything tomorrow, but this is the only stream this week because I'm not available tomorrow and Seskra's not available on Sunday. So, our next streams are next week Saturday, and we do have for more Iconoclasts, and next week Sunday is more Hollow Knight. Those will be on the Twitch schedule on Monday, basically, if you forget when they are. I have been your host, Hilka. Joining me, as always, has been my co-host, Scott.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm going to go render this VOD, and while you wait, you can go to patreon.com/Gamepodular and give us money. You can also do that at ko-fi.com/Gamepodular. You can watch VODs of streams like this one on youtube.com/@Gamepodular streams highlights, where it will be later today, which if you're watching this on the VOD channel already, you don't need to know because you've already figured it out. You can go to youtube.com/@Gamepodular to listen to our podcasts. You can also listen to them on the website or on your favorite podcast streaming service of choice. I do want to also say thank you to the listeners of our podcast because I think I'll talk about this in the next End Focus as well. I make it a point to not pay attention to like metrics too much because I know if I do, I will get obsessed. But we are already above the number of downloads that we had from all of last year for our podcasts, which is wild. Okay. And it's so cool. And I'm glad that what we're doing is working. And people are liking everything we do. It makes me very happy. All right, I'm going to carry that energy into the rest of my day and have a good and fun time. And I hope all of you do as well. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.